morning, class, and welcome to our English lesson on Wednesday, the 10th of February 2021. So what we're going to be doing in today's lesson is, can I change my keywords into sentences? So in yesterday's lesson, if we just have a quick recap over the tasks, you were boxing up the ideas for your final hot task. So boxing up the ideas of your research on your famous male or female leader. So what we're going to do for today's lesson is you are going to need to have your box up in front of you. So we're going to refer back to the box up and the keywords and ideas that you have written down. Then we're going to be looking at how to use this information to turn it into interesting sentences. Because often when we have a box up, it's your plan. And sometimes what happens is you either know how to take the information that's written as a plan and put it into sentences, or sometimes what some of you do is write your sentences in the box up, which is also not the best way to plan. So this lesson is about looking at how to take information and then turn it into sentences and how to make these simple sentences. So each part of the sentence is color coded. With just 2 or 3 of these, you can make simple sentences like the girl brushed her hair. So the girl is the subject, we're talking about a girl. The verb is what she's doing, so she's brushing her hair, and the object is that she's brushing her hair. So let's practice making some more simple sentences together. So using just 2 or 3 of the bricks below, how many different sentences can you make? So here's an idea. You can take a word from the red and the pink, or you could take a word from the red, the pink, and the green, and it will make a sentence. So let's have a go. I am going to choose so this sentence, I'm going to make a red and a pink sentence. So my dad cooked, full stop. So my sentence would be, my dad cooked, full stop. Now, if I used the coding red, pink, and green, then I might write, my dad cooked and green a meal, full stop. So I've just made an interesting but very simple sentence. So we've got a verb, a doing word, and a subject. Sorry, a verb, the subject and what the person is doing, and the object that they're doing it to, so, or what they're doing with it. So it's cooking a meal. Okay, let's have a look here. So to improve our sentences, we need to include determiners. Determiners are words that come before a noun. They introduce the noun and give the reader more important information about it. For example, the trees, 2 dogs, my dad, her finger, or an octopus. These are words that come before the noun, so you understand how many or what exactly it is. So instead of her finger, it could be his finger. So we can add more vocabulary to our sentences to make them better. And we can do this by adding adjectives. So this is something that we often do speak about and practice in our writing. So the little girl, so instead of little girl, the little girl brushed her hair. And instead of just saying brushed her hair, we've got an adjective to describe the type of hair she has. So the little girl brushed her curly hair. So in this sentence, you can see the adjectives that have been added: little, so we know the girl was little, and hair, and curly, so we know the hair is curly. So these words just add more substance to the sentence, but also keep it still as a simple sentence. Another thing that you can add to your sentences is adverbs. So adverbs describe the verb, and a verb is a doing word. So an adverb is essentially an adjective that is describing the verb. So once you've added adjectives to describe the nouns, we are then able to add adverbs. Think about how the action is happening and include an adverb. So the little girl brushed her curly hair. So the little girl carefully brushed her curly hair. So this adds more things to our sentence to make it much more interesting, adding an adverb to the verb. Another thing that you can add to make your sentences even more interesting but still simple is fronted adverbials. They are a phrase or clause at the beginning of a sentence to give more information about the action. They are always followed by a comma. So the little girl carefully brushed her curly hair. Now, what's the fronted adverbial that we could use is in the morning, or in the evening, or just before bed, comma, the little girl carefully brushed her hair. Now, we always have to use a comma after the fronted adverbial. So in the night time, comma, the little girl brushed her curly soft hair. I've added another adjective to the sentence. So always a comma after your fronted adverbial. Another thing we can also add to our sentences is conjunctions and clause. These allow the reader to have a better understanding of what has happened and adds more information to our sentence. So in the morning, the little girl carefully brushed her hair because it was tangled. So not just that the fact that she brushed her hair, but the reason why is because. So using the word because it was tangled. There are all different ways that you can use the conjunction in your sentence, which just adds that little bit more of information. So, writing your own sentence. Have a go at building your own interesting sentences using different colours to show the different parts of your sentence, or underline the words with a ruler and label what each word is representing. So, here is your chart. So you can choose a subject, a verb, an object, a determiner, an adjective, an adverb, a fronted adverbial, a conjunction, and a clause. So use the examples that have been given and see if you can make your own. Practice writing 2 of these sentences, and I look forward to seeing them posted up onto Tapestry. So here are your 3 activities for today's lesson. Your first activity is, with our sentence building in mind, use your information from your box up to create your draft of your final non-chronological report. And task number 2 is to read through your work and make sure you have included conjunctions like because, when, if, although, and underline them in different colours. And your final task is to include interesting sentence starters and fronted adverbials that are punctuated correctly in your sentence. So that would definitely mean using your capital letters and your commas when you are using these things. So have a go at these activities, and I look forward to seeing all of your work on Tapestry. Bye everyone.